Welcome to Northeast Web Shots. This is Angel with today's news headlines. Starting off with national. More than 84.82 crore vaccine doses administered in the country so far. National COVID recovery rate recorded at 97.77%, highest since March 2020. Indian Council of Medical Research ICMR COVID-19 National Task Force Joint Monitoring Group dropped the usage of ivermectin and hydrochloroquine HCQ drugs from revised clinical guidelines for the management of adult COVID-19 patients. The center has notified Production-Linked Incentive Scheme PLI for automobile and auto components. The scheme will be implemented over a period of 5 years starting from financial year 2022 to 2023. It is estimated that the scheme will help create additional employment of over 7. Union Public Service Commission announced the final result of Civil Services Examination 2020. A total number of 761 candidates have been recommended for appointment. Subham Kumar has got rank 1, Jagriti Awasthi has got rank 2 and Ankita Jain has got rank 3. Union Minister for Information and Broadcasting Anurag Thakur inaugurated 5 days first Himalayan Film Festival in a star-studded program at Sindhu Sanskriti Kendra, Leh. The festival is a part of the celebrations of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. The first festival will showcase talent across 12 Himalayan states and union territories. Rohini Court shootout. Delhi's most wanted gangster Jitendra Man alias Gogai was gunned down at a Rohini Court on 24th September Friday, where he was being presented for hearing. 2 gunmen from rival gang dressed as lawyers shot him dead as he stood before a judge in the courtroom. As they fired the shots, the security staff and Indo-Tibetan police force retaliated, killing those 2 shooters. They too were killed on the spot. Gogai was appearing before the Rohini Court on Friday in a MCOCA case filed in 2018. A total of 19 cases have been mentioned in the MCOCA FIR, including those of murder, attempt to murder, robberies, extortion, dacoities and carjackings. Andhra Pradesh, the scheduled tour of Chief Minister Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy to Delhi on Saturday evening was cancelled on Friday night due to a leg sprain he sustained. In Bihar, the first phase of Panchayat elections passed off peacefully. An estimated 60% voting was recorded. Polling was held in 170 Gram Panchayats spread over 10 districts. Schools in Himachal will reopen for students of class 9 to 12 on September 27, 2021. Maharashtra government orders reopening of all temples from October 7th, the first day of the 9-day-long Navratri festival. Maharashtra Chief Minister's office tweeted that all COVID-19 safety rules should be followed. Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay, stands among top 22% in the 2022 QS Graduate Employability Rankings. Nagaland. Union Minister of State for Tourism, Culture and Donor G. Krishan Reddy inaugurated the State Soil Testing Laboratory at the Directorate of Social and Water Conservation in Kohima. Funded by Northeast Council NEC Ministry of Donor, the project cost is 371.70 lakh rupees with NEC share 90% and 10% state share. Telangana, CM KCR in Delhi to attend high-level meeting of CMs of Naxal-hit state. K. Chandrasekhar Rao is scheduled to meet Union Jal Shakti Minister Gajendra Shekhawat on 25th September and discuss river water projects. Tripura, new steel stockyard likely to come up at declared special economic zone at Sabroom in South Tripura, Union Minister of Steel Ramchandra Prasad Singh said. Coming to defense news, the Defense Research and Development Organization DRDO on 23rd of September denied reports of a possible test flight of the International Ballistic Missile Agni-V. DRDO Chief G. Satish Reddy told that there are no plans to test the nuclear-capable missile for another 20 days. The Union Public Service Commission UPSC has activated a link for women candidates to apply for the National Defense Academy and Naval Academy examinations, commonly known as NDA, while the central government had said that the notification for women to participate in the NDA exam will be issued in May 2022. Supreme Court had said that induction of women cannot be posted by 1 year. For women candidates, the application process will remain open till October 8 at upsc.gov.in. The exam is scheduled to be held on November 14. Women candidates are exempted from paying the exam fee as per norms. An online application fee of ₹100 is applicable for candidates, exempting those belonging to SC, ST categories and sons of JCOs, NCOs, ORs. Till now, only males were allowed to appear for UPSC NDA exams. Those who clear NDA are invited for interviews by the Service Selection Board. Thereafter, a medical exam is held. On clearing all these rounds, candidates get enrolled in NDA, INA academies, and after training, they are recruited in the Army, Navy, and Air Force. The Ministry of Defense on Friday signed a contract with European company Airbus for procurement of 56 military transport aircraft C295MW at cost of ₹21,000 crore. The C295MW plane is a transport aircraft of 5 to 10 ton capacity with contemporary technology that will replace the aging Avro aircraft of the Indian Air Force. Moving forward to international news. Prime Minister Modi, along with his counterparts from Australia and Japan on 24th of September, Friday, attended the first in-person meeting of Quad leaders hosted by US President Joe Biden, during which they plan to discuss issues like climate change, COVID-19 pandemic, and challenges in the Indo-Pacific amidst China's growing military presence in a strategic region. In November 2017, India, Japan, the US, and Australia gave shape to the long-pending proposal of setting up the Quad to develop a new strategy to keep the critical sea routers in the Indo-Pacific free of any influence. US President Joe Biden said that the relationship between India and the US, the world's two largest democracies, is destined to be stronger, closer, and tighter. As he hosted Prime Minister Narendra Modi at the White House for the first bilateral meeting and discussed a wide range of priority issues, including combating COVID-19, climate change, trade, and Indo-Pacific. Prime Minister Modi gifted US Vice President Kamala Harris a copy of old notifications related to her grandfather, who was a senior Indian government officer, in a wooden handicraft frame and a Minakari chess set as they held their first in-person meeting. Coming towards the world news, Taliban to bring back executions, a strict punishment in Afghanistan. A founder of Taliban, Mullah Nuruddin Turbai, also a chief enforcer of its harsh interpretation of Islamic laws, said executions and amputations of hands will continue, echoing policies from its rule in the 1990s. Executions of convicted murderers were usually by a single shot to the head, carried out by the victim's family, who had the option of accepting blood money and allowing the culprit to live. For convicted thieves, the punishment was amputation of a hand. For those convicted of highway robbery, a hand and a foot were amputated. Somalila has hosted its first public film screening in 30 years, raising hopes of a cultural revival in the war-ravaged country. Two short films by Somali director Ibrahim CM were shown at the National Theatre in the capital, Mogadishu, where heavy security was in place. Moving forward to sports news, Chennai Super Kings beat Royal Challengers Bangalore RCB by 6 wickets in match 35 of the Indian Premier League IPL 2021 session. Odisha to host Junior Men's World Cup Hockey from November 24th to December 5th, 2021. And lastly, moving forward to COVID-19 update national, India has reported 31,382 new COVID-19 cases and 318 deaths in 24 hours. The country now has 3,162 active cases, the lowest in 188 days. The recovery rate stands at 97.78%, the highest since March 2020. With this, we come to an end of today's news headlines. Thank you so much for joining. For more updates, keep watching Northeast Web Shots. We are also available in Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. This is Angel Rai signing off for now. Good night.